हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वंस अगेन वेलकम टू माय चैनल बी प्रिपेयर्ड। आज की इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे एनवीएस प्रिंसिपल रिक्रूटमेंट एग्जाम 2019 के एकेडमिक्स पार्ट के कुल 25 क्वेश्चंस की, यानी क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से लेके क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 तक। नेक्स्ट 25 क्वेश्चंस के लिए यानी क्वेश्चन नंबर 26 से लेके क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 तक आप हमारी अगली वीडियो देख सकते हैं। सो फॉर दैट आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल टू प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल एंड प्रेस बेल आइकन. So friends, let's start with our question number 1. That is, the conclusion of a deductive argument is fill up. Options are number 1, observation. Second option is probable. Third option is certain and fourth option is experience. So what is deductive argument? A deductive argument is an argument that is intended by the arguer to be deductively valid. That is to provide a guarantee of the truth of the conclusion provided that the argument premises are true. So the right answer is option 3, that is the conclusion of a deductive argument is certain. So option 3rd, that is certain, is the right answer. Next question is, the prime duty of a teacher is, options are number 1, complete the syllabus on time. Second option is assess the learning ability of a child. Third option is be the master in the subject, and the last option is be punctual in the institution. Right answer is option 2nd, that is the prime duty of a teacher is to assess the learning ability of a child. Next, third question is, if a primary school has a total enrollment of 98 students, then how many teachers have to be provided by the government in that school? Options are number 1, 2 teachers. Second option is 4 teachers. Third option is 4 teachers plus 1 head teacher. And last option is 3 teachers. Correct answer is option 2, that is 4 teachers. It means if a primary school has a total number of 98 students, then 4 teachers have to be provided by the government in that school. So next, fourth question is, we calculate average marks of a students in the way as we calculate. Options are number 1, geometrical means. Second option is standard deviation. Third option is arithmetic mean, and the last option is variance. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is arithmetic mean. Next question is, according to Jean Piaget, children develop abstract logic and reasoning skill during which stage? Options are number 1, sensory motor stage. Second option is formal operational stage. Third option is pre-operational stage, and the last option is concrete operational stage. So I'm going to explain little bit all these 4 stages. So first stage, that is sensory motor stage. The sensory motor stage is the first stage of your child life. According to Jean Piaget theory of child development, it begins at birth and lasts at the age of 2. During this period, the child learns about the world by using their sense to interact with their surrounding. Next one is formal operational stage. The formal operational stage begins at approximately age 12 and lasts into adulthood. As adolescents enter this stage, they gain the ability to think in an abstract manner by manipulating ideas in their head without any dependence on concrete manipulation. So in pre-operational stage, this is second stage in Piaget theory of cognitive development. This stage begins around age 2 as children starts to talk and lasts until approximately at the age of 7. During this stage, children begins to engage in symbolic play and learn to manipulate symbols. So fourth one is concrete operational stage. That is the concrete operational stage is the third stage in Piaget theory of cognitive development. In this period, the time of middle age, childhood, it begins around at the age of 7 and continue until approximately at the age of 11 and is characterized by the development of logical thoughts. So the right answer is formal operational stage. That is according to Jean Piaget, children develop abstract logic and reasoning skill during formal operational stage. So second option is right answer. Next question is, the development of a student's personality in the residential school is affected the most by, options are number 1, Discipline of the school. Second option is emotional climate in school. Third option is inherited assets and liabilities. And the fourth option is social orientation of peers and elders. Right answer is option 2, that is emotional climate in the school. Next, seventh question is, the most appropriate meaning of learning is, options are number 1, acquisition of skills. Second option is personal adjustment. Third option is modification of behavior. And the fourth option is inculcation of knowledge. Right answer is option 3, that is most appropriate meaning of learning is modification of behavior. Next question is, the Waldorf education approach emphasizes a balanced development of. Options are number 1, heart and hands. Second option is head, heart and hands. Third option is head and hands. And the last option is head and heart. So Waldorf education is also known as Steiner education. It is based on the educational philosophy of Rudolf Steiner, who is the founder of anthroposophy. Its pedagogy strives to develop people's intellectual, artistic, and practical skills in the integrated and holistic manner. So by this definition, we can say that option 2 is right answer. That is, the Waldorf education approach emphasizes a balanced development of heart, head, and hands. Next question is, a principal finds that she has substantially more work confronting her each day than she has time to comfortably accomplish. To be the most effective in her job, the principal should make every effort to keep as much focus as possible on those tasks and responsibilities that are, option are number 1, impact resource availability for students and staff. Second option, have the greatest influence on instructional outcome. Third option is have a basis in legal or regulatory mandates. And the last option is impact the broadest range of school stakeholder groups. Right answer is option 2, that is, have the greatest influence on instructional outcomes. Next, 10th question is, in a school management committee, the percentage of the parents should be at least. Options are number 1, 50. Second option is 70. Third option is 75 and last option is 80. Correct answer is option 3, that is 75. Next question is, progressivism believes that education comes from the experience of. Options are number 1, principal. Second option is teacher. Third option is child. Fourth option is parents. So what is progressivism? Progressivism is a way of thinking that focuses on social progress. It is a philosophical movement and political movement. The idea of progress is the belief that human society is improving over time. So the right answer is, progressivism believe that education comes from the experience of child. Next, 12th question is, how many sections does RTE 2009 Act have? Options are number 1, 38. Second option is 39. Third option is 32 and fourth option is 41. Correct answer is option 1, that is 38. Next question is, which of the following is not a principle of organization? Options are number 1, principle of balance. Second option is principle of complexity. Third option is principle of exception. And last option is principle of coordination. Right answer is option 2, that is principle of complexity. Next, 14th question is, the POSCO Act was implemented in the year. Options are number 1, 2016. Second option is 2009. Third option is 2012 and fourth option is 2010. Right answer is, POSCO Act was implemented in the year 2012. So option 3 is right answer. Next question is, the idea of teaching a child the philosophy of pragmatism in education means teaching students to be good. Options are number 1, scientist. Second option, thinkers. Third option, citizens. And last option is learners. So what is pragmatism? Pragmatism is an educational philosophy that says education should be teaching students the things that are practical for life and encourages them to grow into better people. Many famous educators include John Dewey, William James were pragmatists. So, right answer is option third, that is citizen. So, the idea of teaching a child the philosophy of pragmatism in education means teaching students to be a good citizen. So, option third, right answer. Next question is, a scoring guide used to evaluate the quality of students is called. Option 1 is rating scale, second option is inventory, third option is checklist, and fourth option is rubrics. Right answer is option 4, that is rubrics. Next question is, as a principal, what type of teachers will you appreciate? Options are number 1, who have a charming personality. Second option is who exercise a strict control over their students. Option third is friendly teachers, and option 4 is who understand the problems of students and help them. So, as a principal, I appreciate the teacher who understand the problems of students and help them. Next question is, a teacher who is not able to draw the attention of his or her students should be. Option 1 is evaluate his or her teaching method and improve it. Second option is resigns from the post. Third option is start dictating, and fourth option is find faults in his or her pupils. Right answer is, as a teacher who is not able to draw the attention of her students, he or she should evaluate his teaching or her teaching method and improve it. So, option first is right answer. Next question, the more parts of your brain you use, the more likely you are to fill up the. Options are number 1, miss, second option is misuse, third option is use, and fourth option is retain. So, the right answer is option 4, that is the more parts of your brain you use, the more likely you are to retain it. Next, 20th question is, a teacher's primary responsibility lies in. Options are number 1, giving moral lessons, second option is implementing policies, third option is keeping students record, and fourth option is planning educational experiences. Right answer is option 4, that is a teacher's primary responsibility lies in planning educational experiences. So, for this option 4 is correct answer. Next question is, a principal identifies the need to build the school's leadership capacity. Which of the following strategies is likely to be the most effective in promoting achievement of his goal? So, here are some listed options. First option is rotating a selected set of daily administrative responsibilities among interested teachers on a regular basis. Second option is using a variety of means to publicly recognize teachers' accomplishments both inside and outside the classroom. Third option is supporting the teachers in applying principles of collaborative practice to address class-wise, departmental or school-wise issues. And the last option is implementing systems to provide teachers with an ongoing flow of information about legislation, issues and trends relevant to the school. So, right answer is, a principal identify the need to build school leadership capacity. So, which strategy is likely to be most effective? And the strategies is to support teachers in applying principles of collaborative practice to address class-wise, departmental or school-wise issue. Next question is, Vygotsky proposed that child development is, options are number 1, the product of social interaction, second option is the product of formal education, third option is due to the genetic components of a culture, and fourth option is the product of assimilation and accommodation. So, who is Vygotsky? Vygotsky was a seminal Russian psychologist who is the best known for his socioculture theory. He believed that social interaction plays a critical role in children's learning. So, Right answer is option first, that is Vygotsky proposed that child development is the product of social interaction. So option first is right answer. Next question is, what is the correct full form of MLL approach? That is MLL approach. Options are number 1, maximum level of learning. Second option is minimum limited learning. Third option is minimum level of learning. And the last option is minimum level of listening. Correct answer is option third, that is minimum level of learning. Next question is, which of the following is in correct order of the below process of teaching? Options are number 1, relating the present knowledge with the previous knowledge. Second option is evaluation. Third option is reteaching. Fourth option is formulating objectives. And last option is presentation of materials. So option third is right answer. So the right order is formulating objectives, relating the present knowledge with the previous knowledge, presentation of material, and then evaluation, and after that reteaching. So option third is right answer. Next question is, a child may have hearing impairment if. Options are number 1, he or she is negligent towards the teaching imparted by the teacher. Second option is, he or she generally respond by saying I don't know to the question asked. Third option is, he or she ignores the instructions given by teacher. And the last option is, he or she speaks loudly unusually. So right answer is option 4, that is a child may have hearing impairment if he or she speaks loudly unusually. So option 4 is right answer. Thank you very much.
आगे भी इस तरह की वीडियोस को सबसे पहले देखने के लिए आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को दबाना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें।